do you see?
So I'm on the surface, but I feel really small. And as I was coming off the cloud, I kind of felt like I morphed into like a four-legged being. I don't know if it's a cat or what, but like the scenery is very like, it's like a forest, but it's not the same color. It's very blue and purple and green. It's like almost magical.
So tell me more about the forest. What does it look like?
Well, it's just so the sky is like a dark purple, but it's not like, well, now things are glowing, but it's not. I don't. It's hard to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's just, it's like as if it were a regular tree, but yet it's like a different color. I can't. It's very hard to like picture it. They're like moving and just kind of swaying in the breeze, and there's like little things flying up, little lights flying up from the ground. I don't know if those are bugs or if those are lights, but
What
yeah.
color are they?
It's kind of like they're real tiny. Kind of like a light white / blue. Sprites almost.
Get closer and see what they look like.
They look almost human. So they have arms and legs and they're just like flying around. And I think it's hair. The hair on the top of the head kind of looks like a Hershey kiss a little bit. How it comes up in that little point.
Mm-hmm. What do they look like?
Just like normal humans, except they can fly, but they're little. So maybe, I don't know if they're sprites or if they're fairies, but they are happy. They are joyful. They're just flying around.
Are they wearing anything?
I can't really see because their body is like blocked by the light of their wings, but it is like, I think this one is female. It looks like a little dress, like a Tinkerbell type, like just little cloth dress like that.
Can you sense what color it is?
Green. I think she knows me. I don't know how. She keeps like just flying around, like in a circle, kind of, and just like smiling.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the cute whimsy vibe from her.
And you said there's more of them flying around, but there's just this one that is kind of following you? Or?
Yeah, there's others just flying around in the distance. It's like if you walk on the grass, you know how you walk on the grass and everything flies up. That's kind of what happens. I feel like I'm a cat. At least that's the sense that I got when I came off the cloud, that I kind of like was a human / got to the ground, morphed into a cat-like thing, like a black cat type thing with a collar.
What does your collar look like?
It looks like a normal collar. It's like a teal blue, but then there's a gold bell, but not like a jingle bell, like an actual type bell.
Does that have any significance to you, your collar?
Well, I am not a free cat. I do have an owner. I guess maybe I'm just taking a walk outside for my day. Don't really know yet.
So tell me more about what you look like. You said you're a black cat?
I feel almost cartoonish in a way. Like if you were to draw like a black cat, like, I don't know, like cute, just big eyes, cute little stubby ears.
And are you all black?
Yes.
And so you feel like you're just taking a walk around outside?
Yeah.
How do you feel there?
A little bit uneasy, but then also kind of okay at the same time. I have to be aware of my surroundings just to make sure, since I am so little, that, you know, there's nothing around that's going to hurt me.
Mm-hmm. But you feel like you know the fairies?
Yeah. Yeah, she seems like she knows me. So I don't know if I see her every day or what, but she seems very playful.
So the colors are different and the trees are different.
Yeah, the trees are like purple, blue, green. I see like a cottage in front of me now, and it's kind of like I can't see it all, but it's got like a straw roof sort of, but then also dots like the top of a mushroom. So it's like, it's definitely a cottage, but it is decorated to kind of look like a little mushroom on top.
Do you get a sense if you're like the same size that a cat would be here in this life, or are you smaller?
No, I think I would be the same size that a cat would be here. Because like the fairies from a distance, they look very small, but then when I come up to them, she's like as long as the size of my face. So it's not like she's like super small when I get close. And then the cottage is definitely like not made for a cat. It's bigger. It's bigger. I think my owner lives in there, or whomever I'm living with lives in there.
Do you stay inside of the cottage with your owner, or are you always outside?
Mix of both, inside, outside. On good days, when it's like clear and sunny and stuff, I'm outside frolicking in the grass. But then, you know, if the weather is bad or something, I'm inside.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about what you see there around the cottage.
So I'm standing at the front door, and it is like a big arch of wood, like a big arched wood door, and then with two windows on either side. Very simple windows.
What does it look like outside?
It's clear around the cottage. It's just got that colorful forest in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the trees are so tall that when I'm up at the cottage door, like you can't see the leaves behind the cottage. Like the trees are super tall. You can only see kind of the stalks of their trees.
Okay.
So it's like dark behind the cottage just because there's so many trees.
Mm.
I don't get the sense of anyone else's home yet.
Are you able to go into the house?
Yeah.
And you're in there now, and what do you see?
Well, I came through a little door on the big door, and it's all one big room. There is a cauldron-like thing to my right. It is black. And then to my left, it looks like a wooden bench on the side of, it's a small cottage. So it's very small, but it looks like a wooden bench, like, or a table on the sides of the cottage, kind of almost in like a U/L shape, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chair to my right. It's got a cushion on it, like a big armchair, and that's where I sleep.
Is your owner there?
No, she's at the market.
Do you get a sense of what she looks like?
I keep getting that she's a witch,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not mean. She's just there to help.
What does she do?
Spells and potions with the cauldron to ward off evil spirits and keep us all safe.
How do you feel about your owner?
I trust her. I mean, she's never treated me wrong.
Do you get a sense if she helps the people?
I don't know fully because we don't live around a lot of people. We just kind of live by ourselves in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So she does go into town though. So I would like to think that she helps other people. Yeah, I'm not getting a sense that she's like evil or anything. But she does like to be alone.
Do you get a sense of why she likes being alone?
Too much energy. And she's able to just kind of be grounded when she is by herself and she can not be affected by it.
Affected by all the other people's energy.
Yeah,
So do you and her spend a lot of time together?
sometimes. I do a lot of outside time
Mm-hmm.
because she's gone a lot. Since we live so far away well, I mean, it's not that far away, but, since we don't live in town, she's got to walk to town, so that takes up a lot of her time.
Can you describe what she looks like?
Tall. I can't see a face, but she's tall and she's skinny and she has long, I would say past her shoulders, long, wavy blonde hair.
So it is just the two of you that live there.
Mm-hmm. She wants it that way. She likes it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm her companion.
Is there anything else you wanted to mention about the house?
Just that it's very simple. Her bed is off to the other side. There's like a blue checker kind of blanket. She always makes the bed, and then I sleep on the chair, and I can watch over her while she's sleeping because I'm by the door. I gotta make sure she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She takes care of me, so I gotta take care of her.
Is there anything else you want to mention about your owner?
I have a weird feeling that I don't think she's coming back today.
Why do you get that sense?
She's normally back by now. And she's not, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, she always comes back. She never really leaves for more than just, her time at the market.
So she always usually comes back the same day?
Yeah.
So you don't know what's going on?
Mm-mm. I feel like I am on alert. Maybe a raid. It looks like armored men. Like coming through the town or coming this way or something. So I don't think that they liked the way we were living.
Do you get a sense of why they didn't like that?
It's just not natural.
To them?
Yeah.
Had she had problems in the past? Do you get a sense of that?
Not that I know of. I don't think they were targeting her. I think they were targeting the town and everything. And everything that goes with it.
Why was the town targeted?
Well, we're a peaceful and spiritual town who just very harmonious, gets along with one another. And people just don't like that. I'm I was in front of the door and then I got spooked and now I'm under a table that was to the left of the door and they're coming in and running in and trying to find stuff and then they ran out, so they didn't see me.
So you were lucky.
Yeah.
You get a sense of what they were trying to find?
I don't know. They could have been looking for a potion or a book or something, but I don't really know.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
Well, I go outside and the fairies are they're hiding too, and it's just eerily quiet outside, and it takes some time for it to pass before all of the fairies basically come back out, and the one that was playing with me earlier, she's okay, and she's making sure I'm okay and I'm okay.
How do you feel right now?
Well, I think I'm by myself now. So kind of a little unsure.
Is this the same day?
I think it's the same day.
Okay. Then what happens?
I'm just kind of by myself. Just gotta get through it, I guess. Because I don't think my owner is coming back. I don't know if she was killed or if she was captured. Hopefully she was captured. But I'm kind of on my own now.
So did you ever go exploring for her? Did you try to find your owner? Do you get a sense of that?
No, I just stayed here
Mm-hmm.
and laid on my chair, and then found a creek not too far away. That has it sparkles and it has water, so I was able to drink that for water.
Mm-hmm. What did you eat?
Grass, berries.
So you get the sense that your owner never came back.
Yeah,
How did that make you feel?
lonely, sad because I couldn't protect her, but I know that it was not my fault. So they're like, I'm wrestling with it because there was nothing that I really could do, because she wasn't there. And then I got spooked, so I laid under the table. I know I couldn't do anything. I wish I could have, but I'm a cat. There's only so much I could do.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone else ever come to the cottage?
Mm-mm.
No one else ever came back?
No, it was just me and her, until she was taken. But then it's just me.
So do you get a sense that you lived the rest of your time there with the fairies?
Yeah. Fairies and the bunnies and the squirrels and birds. I was able to find joy with them. I still wear my collar because she put it on, even though I don't need it. But it's comforting.
It reminds you of her.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to mention about your life here with the fairies?
I mean, just that it was a pretty cool place, aside from the bad guys. I was able to find joy, and I did have a circle of friends, so that helped. So I wasn't alone.
Mm-hmm. You know what happened to the village? Do you get a sense of that?
It was burned.
So none of the people from the village ever came back.
Some escaped, but no, they did not come back.
So these people, they just tore up the entire village.
Mm-hmm.
They just burnt it down.
Mm-hmm. They wanted to take it over, but they couldn't. We didn't let them. It was almost like a good versus evil type situation,
Mm-hmm.
where we just wanted to be by ourselves. We wanted to be left alone. We were perfectly fine in our community, and they did not agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And all the animals ran out, flew away. I can see like a couple of dogs as it was burning, just like get the heck out of Dodge. So there's more animal friends out near me, but it's mainly just the squirrels and the bunnies and the birds.
So you were lucky though, because they didn't burn down your space there.
Right. I wonder if they just found something that they wanted and they took it and left. Because when they came in, I don't remember a lot from that day, but like they went over to the side where the cauldron is. So it's like one person came in very quick, and it leads me to believe they were looking for something. They found it, and then they're gone.
Mm. Is there anything else you want to mention about this particular lifetime?
Find joy in the tough times. It's there.
Was that the lesson of that life?
Yeah. Even in times when you feel alone, you're not. Because you always have friends or family or chosen family.
Do you get a sense of how you passed in that life? What happened?
Just natural causes. I slept and I didn't wake up. I fell asleep on the chair. And then my friends, the birds, picked me up, and then the bunnies dug like a little hole for me in the ground. And they laid me to rest that way.
Do you get a sense of what the purpose of that life was?
There's always someone to go to, even if you don't feel like there isn't.
You just have to find them.
Yeah. Even though a tragic thing happened, it was very good. Like, it turned out to be very good.
Because you found your joy.
Yeah.
You still had a wonderful life.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move away from that scene. You are now at another time and place. What do you see?
I can't quite tell, but it's very quiet, very dark. Like dark not as in evil, but just like kind of there's no light.
How do you feel there?
Okay. Maybe I have crossed over in a life. I don't feel like I'm the cat still, but maybe this, yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel like you have a body?
No. And there's also like other kind of shadows moving around.
Mm-hmm. Do you get a sense of what the shadows are?
They're other spirits.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who they are, these other spirits?
No. They're on their own journey. That's what I'm getting. There's like it's not like a screen in front of me, but it's like off in the distance. It's dark, but it's like kind of like how lightning looks when it flashes in a cloud. I get those flashes of like white light every now and again, but it looks muffled by a cloud, but it looks like it's behind a screen. Like I don't know. And I don't feel like I'm on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know where else there is to go.
Do you get a sense of what you do in this space?
Review people's lives.
And why do you do that?
I'm a facilitator.
Can you tell us what that means?
I help souls as they cross over figure out that previous life, where they want to go and what they want to do next. I don't know how I got here. I was a person, but I died. But I didn't want to die, and I still wanted to help people, so they appointed me to this position. But they said it was my time, and they said they needed help, because there's a lot of souls who are lost, and they just need help trying to find their way. And there's like a book I have that it's the same book for me, but every time I open it, it's different for each soul. And they don't have a face. They're just kind of like an entity. They're there, but they're like, they don't have a face. So I don't know who I'm talking to. But I open this book and it's like an accordion, and it's got, it's very colorful, and it's like if you were looking at, a negative of the old photos, but they were in color, and yet they were like projecting light. Like it was almost kind of like their past life, like their lives that they lived or they want to live. Maybe it's want to live, because I feel like I'm more of a concierge. Like they're like, I don't know where to go. And then I'm like, okay, I open this book, and then, there's like 20 different things, all like little squares, and they have like, it's the book doesn't have light, but the strand of lives is like illuminated, and they can choose like if they want to, like what one they want to go to.
Wow, that's amazing. So you help them make the choice
Yeah,
on
because
where.
they're lost. They don't know where to go or what to do. So I like try to help figure out like where they've been and what they like, and help direct them to a life. Like I don't tell them
Mhm.
go to this life. Like when I open the book, like those 20 sets of lives or whatever are the best possible ones for what they're wanting to learn.
How did these souls become lost?
Well, they're from people who died too early,
Mm.
or like they weren't ready to die. So just like me, I wasn't ready to die, but I have a purpose, right? I'm helping others kind of cope with that and then give them direction on the life that they should go to next. So they don't feel as lost. They have someone to go to. Someone's there for them.
Mm-hmm. And so do they just get directed to you, or how do they find you?
I don't really know, because like maybe it has something to do with that screen and the flashes of light. Maybe they pop like that, like it flashes and then they're just there. Like they're coming in that way. Maybe it's like an elevator type. It's very odd. But they're not looking for me specifically. I'm already there when they arrive. So like I'm sitting here or standing, and I have a tiny little pedestal and just this brown book, and but it's not in the physical sense. It's like it's very strange. And then there's like that screen, and then the flashes of light, and then after a flash of light, then I see like the shadows and stuff roaming around.
Wow, that's fascinating. So the shadows are really like energy?
Yeah, they're people.
Mm-hmm.
They're people who've passed. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just not in the physical any longer.
Right.
So they're just there, and that's how you perceive them.
Yeah, and they have more work to do because they did die too early, and it wasn't excuse me, it wasn't because they it wasn't their time to go. It was like a freak accident that they died. And then they come to me to try to like, I calm them down and I'm like, okay. And then I open the book and I'm like, well, here, like, you're not done with your mission. We do have other options available for you. And then I open the book, and then it comes with the however many options. It varies by person.
And are they satisfied with that?
Some are and some aren't. I mean, they have to be though, right? Because they're gone. So it's, yes, they have to come to terms with that and grips with that, but a lot of them are excited that they could get right back into another life. Yeah.
Do they remember their other life? Is that why because it happens so quickly?
Yeah, it happens super fast. Like they die and then the flash of light and then they're here. So it's like there's no kind of because it wasn't their time to go. It was just a freak accident. There's no kind of period where they get to like reflect or know. It's just like they're here and they're like, why the hell am I here? I'm like, well, because you died. But what do you want to do? You died in an accident. What did you do? What do you still want to do? Or do you even want to, another life? And then the majority of them do. And then I open the book and then it gives them their options. Yeah, their options.
And then do you help them make the option, or you just show them?
No, I am not allowed. I am not allowed to tell them what they can and cannot do. I can only provide them with the options, and they have to choose themselves.
Do they have to choose instantly?
Some do. They get, so I can't see their lives, but when they look into that little square of illuminated light, they get kind of a glimpse, like a very fast, like boom, 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 like of that life. And then if they choose, they like it, they can go into that one. But if they don't like any of the other options, well, then they can just stay on the other side, and when they're ready, they can go back.
So at that point, if they don't like any of the options, do they go away, or do they stay by you, or
They don't stay by me. I don't know where they go, but they don't. I don't leave my area, so
Okay.
I don't know where they go.
So you always stay where you're at.
Yeah.
That's kind of your station.
Yep, that's my assignment. And we're not physical beings, so we don't have to do the things that humans have to do, like sleep, eat, all that. There's none of that here, because we're just energy, and energy is everything all at the same time.
You always have people coming to you, or
Always have people.
okay.
And it's like when it's a small room, at least from what I can see, but whenever there's so many people on the planet that it's never ending. But like I feel fulfilled that I can help them get back there. They want to get back there.
Do you get a sense of what your life was like when you passed away and ended up in this place and got this assignment?
So I don't know fully, but it was a car crash.
Okay.
And I know that I was female, but I wasn't very happy with my life. It was too busy. And then I just, bus crash. I got hit by a bus.
Oh.
That's what it's showing me. I was walking across the street in a crosswalk. And I wasn't a happy person, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't like what I was doing. And then it just kind of happened. And then I got to this place and I'm like, why the hell am I here?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? And they're like, well, it was your time / freak accident / we need your help with helping all these other people. You should be helping people. I like helping people, yeah.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to mention about this space?
It's interesting. There's like no light, other than the little flashes on the screen, and then the people are there. So
Well, what a great job to have, to be able to help people.
that's what it's all about.
It's all about helping people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we want to go ahead and we're going to drift away from that space. May I speak to higher self?
Yes, I'm here now.
Thank you. You chose to bring forth the lifetime when she was a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you pick that lifetime?
'Cause she loves cats. And she always wondered if she was a cat in a past life, just because she loves them so much. So I wanted to show that she was. And that and it kind of correlates to her life now, even when traumatic things happen, that's not the end all be all. There is still joy and happiness and stuff left to be found. And she's doing that. She's finding that. She has it. But there's more for her to experience too. She's come so far from where she was before. She needs to just fully realize that, and then realize like the journey is beautiful, and that she's there. She's crying as I'm talking, so just don't mind.
Now she said there was a witch, like her owner was a witch.
Yeah.
Was that somebody from this life?
Her mom.
Can you tell her more about what happened to her? Are you able to share that with us?
I mean, there's really no real significance as to why it was her mom. It was just basically more about Rachel learning to live in the uncomfortable and finding joy in the uncomfortable. Her mom was captured, and she was held at a castle. I don't know which one, or can't recall, but yeah, she was held captured in a dungeon, for being a witch and for her natural gifts that people did not understand and they did not like, and it's not fair.
And then you showed her this role where she's on the other side and she's helping other spirits.
Yes.
Why did you choose to show her that?
Deep down in her core, she loves to help people. So she needs to do stuff where she is helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing that now, but that needs to be with everything she does. She needs to keep how am I helping people? What ways can I help someone at the forefront of her mind? That's her purpose. Her purpose is to help. And she will get fulfillment out of helping other people in whatever way they need it. It could be her work. The things she's doing there are great because she's helping people. She's changing them without even knowing that she's doing it, but it's positive. It's positive. Her presence is appreciated.
Can you do a body scan?
I can, yes.
And can you tell me where you're starting?
I'm going to start at the feet.
Okay. So she did. Can we go ahead and ask her questions while you're scanning?
Let me scan
Okay,
first.
Sure. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Okay, I'm good.
All right. Because I know she wanted to know what the experience felt like.
Yeah, that's why it took me a moment, because I wanted to make sure she could feel it.
Okay, good.
So she felt, I just did like a cold energy type presence, like washing from her feet up and then back down. So she could feel that's what it feels like for her.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for sharing that with her.
Mm-hmm.
So she said that she's having some pain on her big toe on the left side. Can you tell her what's happening there?
She needs to stop wearing the nail polish and just get some, I don't feel it's past life related.
Okay.
It's just this life. She likes to go barefoot, and that's a symptom of that. So just don't wear the nail polish and get some like antifungal cream, and it'll clear up in 2 weeks.
Are you able to remove that for her today? Or does she need to have that antifungal cream?
I mean, I can. I'm gonna do it. I will remove that for her.
Thank you. And then she just needs to take your advice and stop wearing the nail polish?
Yes, take the nail polish off and then let it breathe.
Okay.
And then my work here will help it.
Okay, perfect. The other thing that she talks about is the psoriasis on her left arm and on the back of her head.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the core of that? We really want to know what's happening there.
So the core is worrying for what she said earlier. She has a lot of built up trauma responses, stress responses from her life, it manifests in that way, and so it keeps it just that all the body responses from all of that show up, but she doesn't need to have that anymore. Like we've come far on our journey. Like we know what we need to do, where we need to go, and it just doesn't need to be there anymore. She doesn't have any trauma anymore. She's healing from that, so the body will relax, and then all that extra energy will go away. She can help this by meditating for an hour with some healing music once a week. She doesn't like meditation. Meditate on it and it'll go away. It no longer serves her. It doesn't need to be there.
And are you able to help her with that today as well?
I can a little, but I want her to do it.
Okay.
Because she needs to, that's still part of her healing. She needs to realize, and this will help her hearing it, she needs to realize that all that trauma is stored in the body is from the past. She is healed from that. It can be released. She is allowed to be in a fully relaxed state all the time. There's going to be no fight or flight responses for her anymore. Like there's no one in her life that is going to create traumatic events for her.
And she knows that by doing that, it's going to release all of that psoriasis.
She better.
She still has.
She's stubborn, but she better.
Right. So is there anything else you want to tell her about that today?
No, if she sticks to the plan, it'll go away in a couple months. And hydrate.
How much water do you want her to drink?
Just the normal recommended amount. She doesn't get enough.
Okay.
A lot of people are stuck because of they don't get enough water.
Mm.
Water is life and water is energy. We all need it.
So she is requesting to have her eyesight healed. Can you heal her eyesight for her today?
I can. But I don't know if she fully wants it done, but I can. So what I'll do is when she is at home and not working, she needs to keep her glasses off. And over the next couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, if she keeps doing that, she'll notice that her eyesight is getting better. The picture on her TV will be much clearer, and then she'll fully realize she doesn't need her glasses anymore.
She has dry skin on one of her eyelids, and can you tell her what's going on with that?
She needs to stop worrying, and then hydrate, and it'll go away.
So that's kind of the same thing as the psoriasis.
Yep. But it's not psoriasis. It's just the trauma manifesting in a different form.
Right. Just on the eyelid, but it's the same type of energy that's creating that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that will go away with the meditation and the water.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So was there anything else in the body that she needs to be aware of?
Her knees could be a little stronger. She just needs to keep working out, and then naturally her knees will get stronger.
All right, so if we're done with the scan, can we go ahead and move on to her questions?
Yes.
All right. She wants to know, what connection does she have with owls?
She had a past life as an owl. Owls are wise, and she is wise beyond her years. Her soul is very old, and it's very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she resonates with owls. She's very calculated, just like they are.
So what is our connection?
So you guys have had more than one past life together. I'm getting a lot of just feelings of joy, friendship, like running around in the park with your hair down type things. You guys have been connected multiple times.
Anything specific you want to share with us today about our connection?
In one life, you guys were best friends. In another life, you were sisters. In another one, you were her mom. In another one, you were her teacher.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
To know if she has innate knowledge coming through about different spiritual modalities.
She does, because she's had multiple past lives with all of the modalities. She needs to figure out which one she likes the most, and if she wants to really dive into that, she can. The world would be her oyster with that.
Mm-hmm. She could do anything.
Yeah.
Because she asked, what are they? So, what are her spiritual gifts? Is there anything in particular, any advice that you could give her where she would excel at something?
She needs to meditate on that.
Okay.
and she needs to meditate and ask for guidance. Maybe do some automatic writing in there, because she's not doing the work right now, and I don't want to give that to her.
Okay, so she needs to do the work.
Yes, you can't just expect to have something handed to you on a silver platter. She knows better than that.
Mm-hmm.
She'll find it once she does it. She can, so she'll get that along with the healing of the psoriasis in the eyes with that meditation. Like she just needs to do it. She'll get it. If she wants things to change, she needs to do it.
Mm-hmm. She asks if she has mediumship abilities.
Yeah, if she works at it.
Because she's had like where she feels like her family has came to her and everything is speaking to her.
Yes, that's accurate.
So her family is connecting. And
Yeah.
She is getting messages.
Yep, those are those are from her family and her guides.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need to take it any further than that. As when she gets those messages, she can just trust, receive, have that conversation with them, and just know that they're always there. Because those are for her. That's specifically for her. Like there's no other spirits trying to use her as a messenger. It was her guides and her grandma and her grandpa communicating directly with her.
Was there anything else you want to tell her about that today?
She's doing good. A lot of progress from where she was before.
Right.
And I know I can tell when she doubts herself, and she'll have conversations with me too. So like I try to, knock her on the head every once in a while. She'll get it.
Yes, she'll get it. Okay. You're guiding her too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's very protected. Very safe.
And she asked if she was a mermaid in another life.
I can't access that, but I get a yes. I just got yes. But I can't, for some reason, I can't access it.
So nothing further about that today.
No.
She asked, why does she have a fear of drowning?
It relates to her past life when she was that little boy in London.
Mm-hmm.
When she fell off the ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's not a good swimmer. She thinks she's not a good swimmer. She's an okay swimmer, right? She can tread water. It's fine. She just doesn't need to be scared of drowning. Everything's fine. She's got the lung capacity.
So she can just release that today.
Yeah, that's gone. Like she doesn't. That's
gone.
something ridiculous to hold on to.
Right. So we're letting that go today. No more fear.
It's letting go. It's
Okay.
gone.
Gone. Got it. Are you able to share with us anything about Moldavite?
What do you want to know?
How does that help us?
Well, you have to be ready for it to help you, because it can go one of two ways. If you're not in the right mindset, you're not in the right heart, you're going to go down the negative timeline. But if you are in the right mindset, you are living in your heart, you will stay on a good path. You will still experience challenges with that, because there's challenges and lessons along the way. Moldavite will help guide you through that. But you have to your vibration has to be high to match that of Moldavite, and then you guys can do some magical stuff together. If there's an imbalance in the vibration, that's where, like, if your vibe is lower than the Moldavite's, you're going to hit that lower timeline. And it's okay to take breaks with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can be much. It's one of those I don't give a fuck type crystals that you're either on that journey or you're not, but it's okay to pause.
Okay. And so you'll know if you're feeling off that you should probably...
Oh yeah, if you're feeling like very off or very anxious or just a lot of like energy you can't name, you might want to just put it down and go go charge it under the sun.
And can you tell us more about where that crystal came from?
All I know is that it was just a meteorite on the other side of the earth. Pushed on purpose.
What was the purpose?
Destruction. But it ended up not working out because it ended up, even though I can't see who sent it, but even though it was sent to bring destruction, the vibration and the frequency of Mother Earth kind of turned that into something else. So yes, it created a huge hole, but the output of it was the tektite moldavite that's got a lot of energetic properties. So basically that Earth transmuted the energy of the meteorite to be positive.
And so now it can help the people who are high vibing.
Yes.
Okay. So you're able to manifest with that stone.
Absolutely. But be specific in what you want. Because if you leave any gray room or room for air or anything, you may not get the full manifestation of what you want. You need to have clear, specific manifestations, no room for error. Because if you create a vague statement, you're going to get 20 different options. You're going to get shown 20 different options. And you need to, spirit, your guides are not going to know which one to give you. So they're just going to kind of be like, okay, this one. And then see if it sticks. And then if it sticks wholly, good. But then if something is missing, well, you need to be more specific in order for your guides to make that happen for you.
You have to be very clear and very specific about what you want. Because something that would show you a contrast that you don't like could appear if you're not very specific.
Right.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to tell us about moldavite today?
Just that it's a pretty cool mineral, and the price should be reducing here within the next 2 years. They'll find another pocket of it somewhere.
What is the best crystal for me to use?
Amethyst.
And why is that?
It's going to help you with all of your gifts, and it's going to help you help others. It's a very basic crystal, but also it's very powerful. So you should either wear it or have it on you, or have something in your pocket.
Okay. When she decided to make this appointment, what was it that you hoped that she received from it?
She just needs more letting go of the past, and it's okay. And just more release of that built up energy and that built up trauma from her body. Because life is joyful. It's what she makes it. But it's joyful for her, but there's always something at the back of her mind, just based on what she's grown up with, that doubts it, that thinks she doesn't deserve it, that, holds on to the negative stuff, but that's not true at all.
And this session helped her see that today?
Yeah.
And she's going to be able to release that?
Yeah. Through meditation. And then just the joy, like with the cat, finding joy in the everyday, and then realizing, even though you think you're alone, you're not really alone. You got a whole big system.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the life of her helping people, that's what she's meant to do. She's supposed to help people in any way, shape, or form. She gets fulfillment out of that. It makes her happy. So you need to do more of what makes you happy.
All right. So how often would you recommend that she listens to this recording to get the most benefit?
Every 2 weeks for the first 4 months. She can just play it while she's working. She doesn't have to fully listen to it. She can know that it's on in the background. She's still going to get benefits from it.
How does that benefit her?
Well, because there's part of her brain that is still she can multitask very well. Mm-hmm. So there's part of her brain that's going to realize that this recording is playing, and she consciously will not know that it is helping her, but I will know that it is helping her.
So like the frequencies are being picked up in her brain?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So she doesn't have to focus on it?
Right.
Just have it playing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. the benefits when she listens to the recording?
It's just going to help her release all that extra stuff. It's good to know, like, where you came from, like what other lives you've had, but it's having a consistent reiteration of joy and happiness and helping people is going to help manifest that in her life. Mm-hmm. So like just being around that, listening to that, it's going to
help her manifest it.
Yeah, it's going to move her into that space.
Got it. Is there anything else that you can think of that's important to share with her before I bring her back up today?
She's on the right path. She's doing good. She needs to not doubt herself.
Is there any final messages today?
It's all working out in her favor.
Anything else?
Don't make me wait so long to talk. She can talk to me at any time. So she just needs to know that when she gets those messages that she's trusting that it's from me. Because she doubts it a little bit, but we're able to have conversations.
So don't doubt the messages.
Yeah.
They're coming from her higher self.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we truly do appreciate all the information and the energy and the healing that you've given us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.